I think this thing quit spinning for 5 seconds.
It says the stream is live. You're in the show.
We are live, Rip. Ask Rip Rogers Live, even though this really isn't Ask Rip Rogers Live. This is breaking news. This is big announcement time, Rip. This is our every Thursday night big announcement that we put on this show.
Every once in a while.
No, every Thursday.
Oh, okay.
It's
At
as
this
concrete
time,
as our 11 a.m. on Friday interviews.
it's there sometimes. Okay.
Well,
Well,
never
you're
actually.
well,
Actually,
you're
never. You just
oh,
book the next 2 weeks at 11. We've never done it ever. And you're like, hey, we always go at 11, right? Typically, we do like 11. I like the beard, Rip. Loving the beard.
yeah. Well, I ain't spent no money on razor blades. Put it that way.
Buckshot Kid just said, nice beard, Rip.
Yeah, it's called about a 5-year growth. I want to see how ugly and old I can look.
Medium 5, concrete. Hey, you had the beard going on with that hot picture of yourself on Twitter the other day with the baby blue suit on. I mean, looking all dapper, the beard looking good, the hair all combed.
Yeah,
I mean,
well, I had a lot of women chasing me that day. I let them catch me, then they caught me and they threw me back.
telling you what, Rip, you had it going on. I like the beard look. If we weren't so busy with this big announcement tomorrow, or what we're going to do tomorrow after this big announcement, we could maybe do some beard diet at Lila Studios. But I don't know if we'll have time for that tomorrow.
No, I ain't gonna dye my beard like this.
Why not?
Oh, then after 3 days, it's white again. You got to do it again.
You think so?
Yeah, I think I dyed my beard for how many years? Then I'd put the coloring in with the pencil thing or whatever, the
Yeah.
makeup pencil thing. Wrestled and it would all come out. It was disgusting looking. I
It's
was
fantastic.
in my 30s, looking 107.
Your beard always looked great, man. Your beard always
No,
looked really good.
you were
Always.
you were a kid then.
Right. Any
You didn't
facial
feel.
hair to me was awesome.
Oh, okay.
I was
Like
just trying to.
in in my old age, I want to see how much chicken fat I can get on my neck here. If I can squeeze it, take it off, or whatever the hell. That's
Just
why I
let you
think.
know, Rip, we got Meaty M5 in the house, Buckshot Kid in the house, Indian Curry Cole in the house, asking questions already about Mark Henry, which
Wait,
I don't even know what they're talking about. The Tomlin Vanish. You know who that is?
yeah,
Says I am having some good chicken curries. I feel like I ask you a lot who that is.
yeah,
Do I always ask that question?
I think so. Now he needs to cook me some curry rice and bring it to me. I think he's coming from Georgia.
Was Rip Rogers born in 1955? We got a question.
No, if you Google me, sometimes they'll put shit on there like that. They Google shit and they don't know nothing about you, and then after about 22 years, they got it somewhat. Then somebody ribs them and calls them and changes something else. All of a sudden, I was born in 1897.
Well, they won at 55. When were you born? 54?
54. Yeah.
54, baby. Bobby Lopez, happy to see you guys back. Yeah, I haven't put out one video all week. We're getting some concerned fans out there. I've been a little under the weather, man. I'm not going to lie. I've been a little under the weather, battling back, feeling pretty good today. But yeah, I just couldn't stare at a computer screen. So hadn't put anything out for damn near a week. We're starting to get some concerned fans out there, Rip, which
Well,
is a good thing.
they
It's a
ought to
good
be
thing.
concerned. I'm near death, and
You you've been near death for ever since we started this show. Uh-oh, now I can't hear you. Oh, here we go again. This is what happened last time. Did you get a text or a call? This is what happened when we did it from my house in Seymour. Why don't you go all the way out and come back in like you did a little bit ago? I think you got a call or text or whatever. We can't hear you. Just go all the way out and all the way back in like you did a little bit ago. Just Rip, we can't. Can you hear me? I can't hear you. So exit the studio like you did a little bit ago when we got started, and then just come back in. You can't hear me? Can anybody out there hear me or Rip? Anyone hear me or Rip? Hey, can you hear me on the speaker?
Yeah, I can now.
We're on the phone now. You go out all the way out and back in like you did a little bit ago. Well, did you get a text or a call or something?
Yeah, of course, some asshole, dumbass motherfucker has to fucking call my fucking phone for no fucking reason, and it fucks everything up. Fucking technology. This is the stupidest shit in the world. Fuck technology.
Okay, we'll go all the way back out and back in for this huge announcement we have. Okay?
How do I delete?
Just like you did a little bit ago.
I can't remember how I did. Fuck. Just push leave, so I'm leaving.
All right, we'll see you. Hopefully Rip makes it back on here shortly. I tell you what, man. I think he does have an iPhone Medium 5. I'm pretty sure he does. That's why we do this together in the studio as much as we possibly can. I know I'm freezing on here too. My internet sucks. It's late in the afternoon and all the kids are home from school and I'm not plugged in right now. Whole bottle of rum tends to do it. Yeah, you're right. Bobby Lopez, I think that was the problem, man. I drank a whole bottle of rum on Thursday on Thanksgiving Day, an entire bottle. And then on Friday, about a half bottle. And then Saturday, I went to a Kiss concert, and that was pretty much the end of me. So you're probably onto something there, Bobby Lopez. That probably knocked me out of commission for the last 4 days, but I'm coming back strong, baby. Here we go. Let's see if Rip can get back in here.
I'm in here.
All right. Well, I have to add you. Just because you can see me, you're not on. Now you're on.
Okay.
Now we're spinning. All right. Here we go. So let's get this big announcement underway, Rip, so we can make sure we do this before you're so busy with all these text messages and phone calls and.
Well, I should have just said fuck all that and just drove over there.
Girlfriends and boyfriends and all that kind of stuff you got going on. Drum roll, Rip. Drum roll, baby.
Yeah, drum roll.
Drum roll. Look at that. Big announcement tomorrow, baby. Tomorrow at 11 a.m. Eastern. Concrete time, 11 a.m. Eastern. Mark Henry joins Wrestling with Rip Rogers right here, live Q&A. The big man, the world's strongest man, Rip.
The Olympian.
Coming on.
Former world's strongest man. WWE.
We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Man, this was a good try again, but we can't hear the hustler Rip Rogers at all. But he's maybe going to try to go back in and out again. But that's the big announcement today, ladies and gentlemen. Mark Henry, the world's strongest man. One of Rip Rogers' trainees, one of Rip Rogers' favorites. Here he is. We'll let Rip give us some Mark Henry stuff, Rip.
Well, not only now. First of all, he lifted the Thomas Inch dumbbell, which nobody out there would know what that is. Okay, now he was an accomplished power lifter, which some people might know. But he was also a crossover because he was trained by the great Terry Todd, Dr. Terry Todd, in Texas, and he just does it all: Olympic lifting, powerlifting, Olympic lifting, which is your snatch and clean and jerk. He's a master of everything. He's also a master of baiter, and he will also be here tomorrow. That's right, tomorrow, right here on Asking Rip Rogers Live, not live, but live. He'll be here tomorrow. The great Mark Henry will be here to answer all your questions. And he said, Rip, make sure they ask me some hard questions. I'm tired of talking to nerds and imbeciles. He said, I didn't want to mention that, but like Ernie Ladd said, sometimes you just got to do it anyway. So anyway, that's what Ernie would say. So tomorrow at 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, you're going to see the great Mark Henry. Mark Henry, the man who could dunk a basketball weighing 400 pounds, but he's also down to 330. He's thinking about getting a Mr. Olympia. But before that, he's going to be here right here tomorrow on Ask Rip Rogers Live. That's tomorrow, Friday. That's right, Friday at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. So if you're sitting up there where up where William was living, up in Pacific Northwest, no, that ain't going to be the right time. We're looking at Eastern Standard Time. So 11 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, the world's strongest man, Mark Henry, will be right here to answer all your questions. How's that?
That's great, Rip. And I love that you mentioned he's tired of asking or answering the same old questions from nerds. So we got a show here at the Ask Rip Rogers Live channel that we're not a bunch of nerds. We ask some good questions, right?
That's right. No, we studs, baby. We got the studs on here now, baby.
Opinion Haver said is 11 a.m. sounds like the new concrete time.
Well, hey, if we made it, just think if we made it 9 a.m., it would be 6 a.m. for Opinion Haver.
He wouldn't even be. He'd be just going to bed probably.
No, he in bed with his boyfriend probably.
We got a bunch of questions coming in. Like this is, I should have changed the thing. This is major announcement with Rip Rogers, not Rip Rogers. Ask Rip Rogers Live, but you didn't mention any of that. You mentioned World's Strongest Man and all the other kind of things he did, but you didn't mention anything about wrestling. Rip. Mark Henry's a world famous.
I said he was a WWE superstar for how long? What do you want me to say?
Oh, I don't know that you said that. We'll rewind this and see. How about some? Give us a little OVW. I know Mark Henry was one of your favorites down there. He came down to train with you, right? When they sent him down for a while.
Yeah, he had about the size 20 big old red tennis shoes. I used to rib him about all the time. I'd rib him, and he wasn't very good at taking a rib.
Oh shit. Rip got a text message. We can't hear you anymore, Rip. I actually wrestled Rip. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. You got a text or something. We can't hear you. I like that. Who said that? Shit show. Gonna get me sick again. Shit show with Rip Rogers. I like that. That's pretty cool. So yeah, we're not really. I don't know if we'll take questions or not. This is a shit show. My goodness, this is horrible. Buckshot Kid said, "I'd never ask Mark questions." That means that's what you ask, probably. BSK. I'm just ribbing you, man. It's all good. Hey, Rip, I got a question for you.
Hey.
Oh my God. You already cut out right away. As soon as you get on here, something happened where you cut right out. Bobby Lopez said we're still over in Fresno, though. Yeah, click the Do Not Disturb button, Rip. All right, so anyway, why we're really on here, you need to put this on YouTube. It is on YouTube, Medium 5. I'm live on YouTube right now, baby. I am on YouTube right now. That's what we're doing. We're live on YouTube. Rip, we can't hear you. You were on, you flashed as soon as you got on, and you went right back out. So if you want to try it one last time, we can try it one more time. But big announcement in case you just joining us here. Mark Henry tomorrow, 11 a.m. Eastern. Mark Henry live Q&A. The big man from AEW, WWE, OVW, all around the world. Rip, you want to try to leave and come back one more time? No? Rip said, fuck it. I love how you keep talking, Rip. We can't hear you. It doesn't matter that you keep talking. We can't hear a word you're saying. I did see somebody in the chat say that we're going to have to be nice about AEW. Hell yeah, we're pro AEW now anyway, man. We love the Hollywood Hunk, Ryan Nemeth. We love the Outrunners. We love Tony Khan. We love everything about AEW. So, concrete time, 11 a.m. Be here. Have some questions ready. That's all we got. Rip's not going to try again, so looks like we're done. Thanks for joining us.